So we were 200 miles away from home. We were on a mini vacation at a car show. We just woke up at a hotel. I had my bags. I was walking out. I was like, all right, it's early. We're going to get on the road. And I'm checking my pockets. And there's no keys. And I'm freaking out. I'm telling Elise, where are the car keys? She doesn't know. I don't know. I'm supposed to keep track of them. And we're like, they're inside the car. It's a Sunday and we're literally in a small town in the mountains, right? We're in Telluride, Colorado. And so we're like, what do we do? So we start asking people if they have coat hangers. We call a couple places who are locksmiths. And since we're in a small town, they're like, hey, you guys, we're gonna be there about 4 or 5 hours and we're gonna charge you $400 or $500. There was one in town and he wanted like $400 or $500 and we were just like, this is ridiculous. Now, me being a car guy, me knowing how to, use jimmies or coat hangers, I was like, we're gonna figure this out. But the crazy thing is that trying to find a metal hanger in 2023 is as rare as trying to find a Game Boy, like intact, because it is crazy. Most things are plastic or wooden, but I think a lot of dry cleaners still do that, but the hotel didn't have one. So we're freaking out, and we just think, what if we call? Sometimes police officers have a Jimmy or something like that. So we called the police, local police, and he said, I have something, I'll be on the way. So we wait about 15 minutes and this patrol car comes up and this big old muscular guy, handsome looking dude comes out and he's like, this is a very expensive car. I am not doing anything, but you're more than welcome to use my kit. So we went back to the back of his hatch and he had stuff like this. And I was like, what is this thing? And that is when he explained to me that this is kind of like the new way how to open up a car if you left your keys in there. And that's what we're going to be showing you, how we got into our NSX using this kit. But let me tell you, I know some of you might be like, hey, don't be giving out those secrets. But the NSX security system is incredibly intelligent. And it's not gonna let you get away with the car if you open the door, because let me tell you, those horns are crazy loud. As a matter of fact, one time the horns went off in the garage and my ears were like ringing. So what this does is it allows you to gain access. But then what we did is when we opened up the door, we got the keys and turned off the alarm because the alarm started going crazy, headlights and all that. Now I have brand new tint. So we're not going to be doing everything as if we truly locked our car. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how this works. I'm going to pretty much be giving you the best example of how everything works. But in theory, it's going to work. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, we're going to walk through this just like if you needed to use it. And what we're going to do is we're going to get one of these kind of plastic little tools here. And what this is, it's a pry tool. So let me show you real quick. So if you see right here, this is your weather seal and this is your window. So what this tool does is you press against the weather seal, right? And then the reason why it has kind of this arch or this angle is because then you work it inside there. Again, we're not going to do it because we don't want to hurt it. And then when you do that, the window is going to pop out a little bit. And what that's doing, it's prying it up. Now remember, locking your keys in there, you're most likely going to be damaging your tent because it's just part of the ordeal. I even thought hypothetically, if I wanted to do it, you guys, I could put some tape inside there, but this tint is too fresh. So then what you would be doing is you would be putting one of these wedges in here. And the crazy thing is it's super thin right here, almost credit card thin. And what that does is when you stick that wedge in there, right, you stick it in there and it's flat. This is the crazy part, right? You could take this out, right? I personally would take this out because now you have this inside here. And then, of course, you make sure your valve is closed. Or no, actually, that's not a valve. I guess that's a release. And then you start pumping, right? When you start pumping, this is going to gently, look at that, 300 pounds, guys. This is going to be gently separating the window from its stance in pushing it outwards, right? Now, the thing about this is that you want to use it every pump. You need to be careful, because if you go too far, you could damage the track, you could damage the window. What I recommend is, you know, open it up, but have your tool ready. For most of us, it's going to be a hanger. So you just unhook it. Oh, well, they don't make them like they used to anymore. All right, and this is the type of stuff that's going to happen to you whenever you're out and about. So now that you have your wire hanger, you're going to go ahead and take it apart. Now remember, you're in the middle of nowhere, or you're at a, you know, parking lot or something like that. So the best thing, if you had it, is tape this, because this is very sharp. And when you're fishing for the button in your car, if this is not taped up or if this is jagged, it's gonna scratch your interior. Remember, locking your keys sucks big time. And most of the time it's just easier to get somebody to come out there, but sometimes you might not be able to. And knowing how to use this kit, or having an idea how the kit works, will give you the tools to succeed. So let's go back here. So we're going back here, and I want you guys to just envision this with me. So we have this in here, and we've pumped it up enough where the window now is kind of poking out a little bit, right? And then at this point in time, so the best thing to do is you're gonna position this about halfway, because you're gonna wanna give yourself, you know, space to put something inside the window. And that's when you would take your hanger. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down, but this would be right here, guys. Just imagine that. So we have that, and then at that point in time, you'd put your hanger in there, and then you'd come down, and this is the part that seems like, no, that's not, it's impossible to do that, but it really is not that hard. What you have to do is sometimes you have to fish around, see where you're at, and then pull it back out, and then move this around, like, to give you the correct angle. Then you put it back in, because it's like trial and error, and then finally you could press the button and it will unlock the door. And that's exactly what we did with ours. So we hit the button, the door unlocked. I said yes, Elise jumped up. I'm sure the police officer was like, whoa, but the alarm started going crazy. So I ran over fast, hit the truck button, and then went over and got the keys out of the trunk. And then I think I either hit the button or I had to use my key to stop the alarm. I forgot, but either way, we got the car open. We thanked the police, we gave him some money for lunch and said we appreciate it. He took his tools back and we drove home. So we saved a lot of money. We did, you know, we were a little worried that we might have messed the window up, because we really didn't know how to use this. So when we first put it in there, we were just pumping. But you know, you only want to pump enough to get it open enough so you can put your tool in there. But we were excited that we learned something. It was a learning experience, a little stressful, but it was awesome. So then later on, I went on Amazon and I bought this, because I was like, this is a good thing to have at home or just anywhere. And now we have it in case we need it, or neighbors need it, or anyone. But I hope you guys learned about these type of tools, because I never knew they even existed. I think they're very cool and creative and ingenuitive. I don't know, whatever that word is. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna put the link where you could buy this on Amazon in the description, and it's gonna be an Amazon affiliate link. So when you buy it, we get some kickback, and then we could expand and make cooler videos and stuff like that. But again, we appreciate you here at Drivers Therapy for watching our video. You stay safe, take care, and we'll talk to you soon.